Hello class, we're the DeerTeam. Today we're excited to present our project, a Discord bot designed for computer science students at Northeastern Seattle campus students. Our bot simplifies the process of scheduling mock interviews. Students can easily input their preferred time and type of interviewers they are looking for. In response, our bot will provide available slots for booking, make it easier to prepare for the interviews. Let's move on to a live demo to see our bot in action. Yeah, so this is our bot in Discord. First, I will show you guys how to use the / command to select and schedule the mock interview. So if we put /book, there will be a title, and you can input your start time and end time and choose the interviewers' levels. You can choose peer, professor, or you have no preference. And the next comment I want to show is the set notification. This one can set a reminder for users 15 minutes before their upcoming interviews just by hit enter. And it will show all the upcoming interviews, and you can choose either one you want to set that notification. Then the bot will set a 15 minutes reminder for you. And the next one I want to share is the /note feature. By click enter, it will list all the interviews you currently have, and you can choose either one to add the notes and write anything you want to. This one and submit. Oh, we need a title. Notes here. And the bot will reply you a message that the notes. And yeah, these features are designed for our bot, and this is what our bot can do today. Now I will hand it over to Shuang, who will share our visions for its future enhancement.
So through our design process, what we learned something important is that starting with basic features is the way to go. Trying to do every advanced thing right at the start just doesn't work out. We need to begin with a simple version and then make it better over time. So besides those fundamental features at the beginning of our design, we also imagine these potential improvements. First, we understand that scheduling by booking actually can be a hassle, especially let users to input the time slot manually. So we want to make it easier with a new calendar theme, connecting with Google Calendar, for example, to find the perfect meeting slot that aligns both the interviewee and the interviewer's schedules. Also, the vote command. Users can cast their vote for their favorite interviewers. And this feature will bring more interactive within our community. And next part is that what went well this time. For me, I think we had very good communication for this project. We have great weekly meetings. Every team member attends weekly meetings during the entire semester. We follow the TA's weekly agenda, assigning tasks in each session. And also, we usually took another hour after this meeting with TA to resolve bugs together or do some brainstorm. And we would say it's efficient to conduct the weekly meetings to ensure everyone is on track and to solve problems together. What do you think, Serena?
For me, I think we worked really well with Springboard. We all agree that this is another very helpful tool to track everyone's tasks and progress. When using the Springboard, we clearly know what everyone's doing. We can monitor the development progress well. This allowed us to arrange our time accordingly. And after submitting a new pull request, we always link it to a Springboard issue. This enables us to understand what the pull request is so that we can review other people's codes better and give certain help. What do you think, Pepe?
Yeah, from my perspective, I think we did a good job on the detailed design. In the earlier stage of our project, we focused on refining our design document. We spent a lot of time revising the functional requirements and deciding on the specific command that would be most useful for our users. And also, the use of user story was really important. They help us to implement the features for our bot. And this user story provides us with a really clear roadmap, making sure that every team member understood the features and their purpose clearly. And for the next part, we want to discuss like what didn't go where. From my side, I think it's the PR submission. And we initially create large PRs, combining multiple changes into one single request. This approach made the PRs very difficult to review and it's hard to understand. It became clear that this PR was slowing down our review process and make a burden for our workflow. And the takeaway from this experience is that we know the importance of breaking changes into smaller and more manageable pull requests that will get a clear communication and it will be more efficient for us to review. And what do you think, Shuang?
For this part, I would like to talk about our unit testing. So the good stuff is that everyone in our team knew how to write unit tests and tried their best to cover the most functions for their own classes. Not so good stuff is that we tried to let everyone just write unit tests for their own methods, which leads to a non-equal test plan. Because, for example, someone wrote more controller methods than others, so she would need to write more tests. And what we learned from that is we should agree early on what percentage we want to cover for the test. And we should also write tests while we make the code, not put all at the end. And we also prefer to schedule some weekly or bi-weekly meetings to review our test PR together next time. What about you, Serena?
I think actually at the very start, we came across some technical difficulties, like before starting development. Since we all had no experience building a Discord bot, we read Discord development documentation and Java docs to learn the fundamentals. We also found some popular bots with open source codes, so we read through their codes and identified useful examples so that we can learn from them in the future. We didn't want to waste time on common knowledge, such as how to create simple Discord commands using Java or how to connect to a database. So I think this prior study allowed us to dive straight into the key points. And I think after studying these basics, we all learned how the Discord bot developing works and how we can create more complicated commands. I think this also improved our teamwork efficiency. So this is a point that I think it didn't go well, but actually we fixed it well in the end. So overall, I think we think the schedule bot is a really valuable tool. It provides user with a really smooth scheduling process, and we also improved in communication between interviewers and interviewees. And here are some key takeaways. We learned how to handle dynamic scheduling process. We learned how to solve time zones conflicts, and we knew how to improve the intuitive user interaction. So basically, it's a really good learning experience. Thank you for your listening.